What is going on, guys, and welcome back to Touchdowns to Home Runs. My name is Bernie. Thank you for joining us today on the Touchdowns to Home Runs show. I hope that you're all doing absolutely fantastic. Today we have a super special episode. Not only am I joined with my partner Noah on the channel, but also a very, very special guest. We're joined today with Leonie Kung, ranked number 165 on the WTA Tour. Now, first of all, Leonie, I know that you're an extremely busy person, so we really do appreciate you coming on, doing this interview with us. And I mean, how are you doing today?
All good. Yesterday we just arrived to Boston for my next tournament, WTA tournament. So I'm excited and I'm looking forward to being here.
Yeah, well, we're super excited to watch you as well. But we want to get it started off with one of the biggest accomplishments of your career so far, which was, of course, back in 2018, where as a qualifier, you became a Junior Wimbledon finalist. Looking back on it now, sort of what would you say was the best moment or the most memorable part of that run for you?
I would say even qualifying for the main draw, because it was the first time for me playing on grass court. So the moment I was qualified for main draw, I was so happy with my dad. And at that moment, I would have never imagined me going to the finals. So yeah, I would say even qualifying for main draw was the best moment for me.
So last year you reached your first WTA Tour singles finals in the Thailand Open, and in that tournament you defeated 3 top 100 players. Now, in that tournament, did you feel any added pressure by the level of talent that you were playing, or were you just focused on each game, playing your best game of tennis as possible?
No, I would say it's very common in tennis players to play good up, like against better players, because you have not really much pressure of losing. You can only win. So I think that was also a thing that helped me a lot, staying calm there. But of course, it was first time for me playing top 100 players, and it was really fun. And I'm really glad that I was able to experience this in my tennis career.
So let's fast forward, I guess, now to closer to today's date. And a couple of weeks ago, you and Miriam Bjorklund won the Nordea Open, which was obviously a huge win for you guys. But I actually read that you guys decided to sign up together as a pairing at the last minute. First of all, is that true? Like, how last minute was it? And how do you know Miriam?
Yes, I was actually supposed to play with a different player, and then this player canceled on me because she got injured. So I would say one day before the deadline of the doubles I asked Miriam over Instagram if she would like to play, and she said yes, of course, let's try. And I know her already since a pretty long time from juniors and 15K, so it's really fun to meet all these players that you have known for so long and be able to share this moment with her in her home country was so nice.
Now, what were the emotions like when you guys finally got your first tournament point and were able to clinch the tournament win?
I think we couldn't really believe it. Like, we were starting off as being like no names, and then just winning our first WTA doubles title was like an amazing feeling. So I think we were just like, we couldn't really believe what just happened.
Yeah. So something I found really interesting about you was that at the age of 7, you got your first tennis lessons from a promotion from a local tennis club. Now, first of all, is that true? And then second of all, what do you remember most about that day when you got your first tennis lesson, if you do remember anything at all?
Yes, it's actually true. It was a free kindergarten tennis lesson that they offered, and I went there and I just had so much fun. And I don't really remember my first lesson, but my mom and my dad told me I didn't miss one shot. So I think I was a little bit talented in playing tennis at the start. So yeah, I think that's also what kept my spirits of doing this sport for so long.
So the next question that I have sort of goes alongside that, and sort of how you got into tennis and started enjoying the game of tennis. And I read that some of your favorite players were people like Li Na, Radwanska, Caroline Garcia. How did players like that and successful tour players sort of inspire and motivate you to pursue your own career in tennis?
I think it's just as a tiny and young girl, it's like you're watching television and you're seeing playing them Grand Slams, and you just like kind of identify yourself with them and feel like, oh, I want to play like her one day. So I feel like it's really nice if you have that, and you should always have like a few players that you look up to and maybe even see a few things that you can that you can take to your tennis. So yeah, I think that's really important when you're young.
Now, final question of the day. Now, you travel a lot, obviously, going to the WTA tours, the ITF tours, and the Junior Tour. So you have traveled a lot of places. Do you have any specific favorite place to travel, or specific stadium, specific city to play in, anything like that? Do you have a favorite place to play tennis?
I would say, like, experience-wise, it was for sure Thailand. I also really like Thai food, so that's a plus because I'm a big foodie. So Thailand would be a top one, and I would also say the US. I really like the US because we lived here for 3 years, so it's like my second home a little bit, and I really enjoy being here.
I just had one question to sort of go off of that. Does the traveling get stressful at all, or are you still at the point where you just like really like the traveling part, or does like the varying locations of tournaments sort of get tiring?
I feel like you have to be made for it. Like if you're the type of person who likes like a planned daily plan, then you're not made for tennis. You really have to be flexible and enjoy traveling. For me, flying is like taking a train or something. It's really like not big of a deal right now at the moment because you have done it so many times of your life. So I feel like you have to be made for it to travel so much and be away from home so much.
Yeah, absolutely. So before we just wrap up this interview, just for the people watching at home, do you have like an upcoming tournament that you're going to be in where people could tune in and watch you coming up?
Yes, I'm playing the WTA 125K, so a challenger in Concord. That's near from Boston. So go and support me, and yes, wish me luck.
Everybody on the channel for sure will. I know me and Noah are definitely going to. But that's all for today. Again, we want to thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedule, coming to talk with us on this interview. Do you have any last comments, anything you want to say to the people who are watching at home?
Just keep on supporting us and following everything. It really means also a lot for us as sports people when we have people who support us and who text us. So yes, keep on going and yeah, stay safe.
Awesome. So for everybody watching at home, again, thank you guys for tuning in. We would really appreciate if you wanted to send some support and love Leonie's way. So we're going to plug her Instagram. I'll put it up on the screen. I'll also put it down in the description below. But as always, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you want to see more content just like this, make sure to smash that thumbs up button, subscribe to Touchdowns to Home Runs, and we hope to see you guys next time.